Good morning, friends. Let's make some French toast. Okay, so I preheated the oven to 375 and I filled this loaf pan dish because I'm not going to make a ton of it because we are not big leftover people, and I don't want to put any in the refrigerator after we're done. So I think this should be enough. I layered them in the loaf pan and I buttered the edges so that they wouldn't stick. And then this is supposed to be overnight French toast, but I am clearly not making this overnight. And I'm not making a bigger batch as in that book, so I'm gonna slightly alter the, like, how much of each ingredient. It says 10 eggs, and honestly, I think that's too many to begin with, even for that size. It's a very eggy French toast. But if you like an eggy French toast, then you can do it. So I think I'm gonna do about, I don't know, 5 eggs. And then after the eggs, I've got some heavy cream. I used about a half cup, maybe a little bit more. And then a whole cup of milk. And 1/3 of a cup of granulated sugar. And then it says 2 teaspoons of vanilla, but I love vanilla, so we're gonna do 1 whole tablespoon. And it says to whisk together, but I like using a fork, so we're gonna use a fork. I have a whisk here if I change my mind, but we're gonna dump it over. I'll slip this over. We're gonna dump it over this. Hopefully we don't spill over the sides. If we do, it's fine. We'll just clean it up. All right, we're gonna let this sit to the side and soak in a little bit since we're not soaking it overnight. And now for the toppings that you put on it. I just cut up this butter. And we got a 1/2 cup of flour and a whole cup of brown sugar. Maybe if it'll come out. Pinch of salt. Actually, I'm just gonna. And this is not in the recipe, but we love cinnamon, so I'm putting it in there. And actually, I'm probably gonna actually sprinkle it on top of here. Really, you could use anything to mix this up, but I'm gonna use this like dough, I guess. I don't really know what this is called. I think it's some kind of dough cutter or something, but I'm just gonna incorporate all the butter into this mixture, and then we'll sprinkle it on top to make a yummy topping on top of our French toast. Now to put all this yumminess on top of our mixture here to make a really good crumble. Try not to lose any off the pan. This beauty right here is gonna go into the oven at 375 for 35 to 40 minutes till it's nice and pretty golden brown. And then I'll come back to you when we get it out of the oven. Ooh, look at this beauty that just came out. My family's about to enjoy this.